This is Eagle Out, and today I will be talking about Jalen Hurts. Send a message with this post on IG. Also, we got to talk about Cooper DeJean. He is injured. He's on the NFI list. And lastly, the training camp vibes are back. But let's get straight into it. All right, so before we get straight into it, we got to talk about Haason Reddick. Why do I care about Haason Reddick and he's a Jet? Well, is he going to be a Jet for very long? So, according to these sources out there, it's a news article called NSY. It's a big thing because I know this because I'm from North Jersey. So, NSY, they report for like North Jersey, New York, and they sports media. And one of their writers came out and said that Haason Reddick is holding out, and the Jets are considering trading him or even possibly releasing him if this thing linger on for too long and make Howie look like a genius. It will make Howie look like a genius because Haason Reddick wants 25 to 30 million, which I believe he deserves. And the Jets are like, yo, we're not going to give up that type of money until you report to some type of training camp or something like that. We're not going to negotiate with you. So it's getting worse and worse with him in New York. Now, if they happen to release him, should the Eagles resign him? Heart of hearts, I would say yes. But if we do that, the NFL is going to be on the Eagles like white on rice. Like, hold on, wait, y'all traded him. He got released. Y'all resigned him. I want to know how would that work if that happens? Do we got to give the pay back? Do we go under investigation? Do they think it was some collusion or something going on? If we happen to resign Hassan Reddick, if he was to get released, I don't know how that will work. Or Hassan Reddick can be petty. Like, you know what? Eagles, y'all release me. Let me go sign to like in Dallas or Washington, stay in New York or something like that, and stay with the Giants just to be petty. I don't know, but look, man, this Hassan Reddick thing is it's interesting because Hassan Reddick, the things he did in this league, the double digit sacks, the play he made against the 49ers in the playoffs, and no team just see him as valuable. Is it the age? Do they think he just strictly go get the quarterback? Because Hassan Reddick is lackluster at other spots. We love Hassan Reddick, but he is. He could stop the run here and there. He's not one of these super defensive ends that could drop back in coverage. So the only thing people look at Hassan Reddick is like he just go get the quarterback. He get hot from game to game, or he could go on a hot streak. But maybe they don't see him as a TJ Watt or like a Micah Parsons or Miles Garrett or something like that. They don't see him as that top tier guy, but his numbers show he's a top tier guy. But hopefully, he finds some way to get his money. This looked bad on the Jets because you trade for a player like that. You're supposed to have a contract ready, and Hassan Reddick is like, no, I'm not about to get finesse. I'm not about to possibly get hurt at training camp or one of these things. Messing with y'all, you crazy. So I'm with Hassan Reddick with that. Why work hard, possibly get injured, and you probably gonna let me go, and I never get the contract I wanted anyway. So Hassan Reddick is playing this smart. The Jets are in their feelings. It just is what it is. All right, so let's talk about the topics. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, put out an IG post. Jalen Hurts barely posts, so when he posts, you watch. So he posted like three pictures of him. I believe it was with the media team. You know how they had the green lights in the background. And one of the posts looked a little cryptic to me. He had the finger on the lip, like the shh, and it's the caption say, "Come on, let's get to it." I like this. I like this a lot because to me it seemed like he's sending a message. Maybe I'm looking into it too much as a super fan, but Jalen Hurts not in the top five, not in the top 10 anymore. Jalen Hurts versus Nick Sirianni. Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that. It's been a lot of debate about Jalen Hurts. Can he lead this team to such and such? He'll never be a top five player. Now training camp is here. He like, shut up with all the noise. Let's just get into the football. Let's stop the rumors. Let's stop what all this other stuff bit media is talking about. Let's go play football. Let's watch some football. and let's get to it. So I think he was sending a message to media like myself. I guess I could call myself media, the content creator, to the Twitter media, to the IG media, to the mainstream media. I just think he like, all right, y'all got your thoughts off about this, about that. Let's talk about training camp. So I think Jalen Hurts, it's not about him having a good training camp or a bad training camp. It's about him having a good regular season and can he make a playoff run. Yeah, there's going to be mistakes. Let the mistakes happen in training camp. If you throw a pick or two, if you have a bad training camp day or whatever, I know we going to overreact to it because there's nothing else to watch. But if you're going to have your bad days, let it happen in training camp. Let it happen in training camp. Learn the system, because then when it's time to play football, that Friday night game against the Packers, you'll be ready. You made your mistakes. You know who to look for here and there. So let's play football, as Jalen Hurts said. Let's just get into it, man. Let's stop all the talk. Let's shh about the rumors, about top 10, top fives, and about top lists. It's time to go play football and show it on the field. And the training camp vibes are definitely back. All right, so I took a little clips from Sean Stevens, and he had recorded Quinyon Mitchell after the conditioning test, and this is what Quinyon Mitchell had to say, and this is what Sean Stevens' caption said as well. Great. Vic Fangio already getting to these dudes already. He already getting to these dudes. So the conditioning test was reportedly no joke. It was no joke, and even Sean Stevens said, like, happy to be alive, man. So that let me know Vic Fangio is not playing with these dudes, or just the conditioning coaches in general are not playing with these dudes. They want them ready. They want them, lasting through the season. So yeah, it's good to see like our guys are out of breath after the conditioning test. It looked like the vibes are good, so I took a little screenshot as well as Sean Stevens IG, and it showed like CJ Gardner Johnson right there. Then you see Jalen Hurts and Kenny Pickett kicking it. Then we get a sneak peek of their schedule. Look like they got to be up really early for breakfast around 6 a.m. and practice start like at 10 a.m. Then they take a shuttle bus. This all I'm getting from the schedule thing that you guys see here. They take the shuttle bus. It looked like that's a 7:30 to the Nova Care Center from their hotel. Well, training camp is really here, man. We get to see the practice. I know some of our favorite content creators are going to go live and talk about it. I might talk about it the next day because I usually try to get all the information I can to talk about training camp, and I will give a lot of details, man. A lot of details will happen during training camp. And let's talk about a guy that basically won't be there. We already know Sidney Brown, torn ACL, PUP list. A surprising guy is Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean has a hamstring injury, so he's on the non-football injury list. There was like a freak accident during like workouts, pulled his hamstring, and that's not good. It's not good at all. One of the injuries I hate the most, besides like torn tissues and stuff, besides that, is hamstring. Hamstrings can linger all season. We like to get on Quez Watkins on how bad a season he had. Remember, he caught a hamstring injury probably during training camp. Remember, he was injured damn near the whole season. You might as well say Quez Watkins was injured the whole season because of a hamstring injury, and he's a wide receiver. Now, a DB damn near uses that muscle all the time because the way they position, how they got to back pedal, this thing can linger, but he's going to be on this injury list for at least 3 weeks. And this is why you load up during corner for the cornerbacks, because now you got Tyler Hall that has a legit shot. Now you start looking at a guy like Sean Stevens, like, oh, he got a legit shot. Avonte Maddox spot might be safe. And the safety room is just, I don't know, man. Call Justice Simmons at this point, because a lot of people was convincing me, trying to tell me like we got Cooper DeJean, he can work there, and maybe they implement him there, but that's not the case anymore. Definitely not the case. So it'd be interesting what we do with the safety position, or we just rock with who we rock with, and we banking on Sidney Brown to come back. But this is not good for Cooper DeJean. Not only like it's a hamstring injury that can linger through the whole season, but people like me, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I wanted Adrian Cooper. I wanted Adrian Cooper because my number one worry about the team in general is who's going to play beside Devin White. Zach Bond, N'Kobe Dean, Ben Ransummerin, or do we sign a vet? Do we bring back Zach Cunningham? I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm like, yo, you could have solved all those problems with Adrian Cooper because when you draft Quinyon Mitchell in the first round, I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that because you still have Isaiah Rodgers on the team. You still got Keely Ringo on the team. Like you had cornerbacks, but you overkilled, in my opinion, getting a Cooper DeJean. But a lot of people like, nah, Cooper DeJean is super athletic, could do this, do that, which I agree with. But now you have to start looking because the number one problem with him coming out of college was he broke his leg. Now he's in the NFL. Hamstring. Is the injuries, is that going to be a lingering problem through his career? I don't know. Is hamstring and a broken leg related? Absolutely not. But those questions are going to start coming up. And then again, he was drafted ahead of Adrian Cooper. And that's a lot of people want to Adrian Cooper. A lot of people, because to me, Cooper DeJean wasn't going to make the super big impact a lot of people thought he was going to make. Because I always said, like, they probably going to redshirt him anyway. Because I think Quinion's so good. I think he's going to end up in the slot. A lot of people disagree with me with that. But I think Quinion is going to end up in the slot, and it's going to be Isaiah Rodgers and Big Play Slay on the outside. Anyway, I thought that anyway. Or like Isaiah Rodgers and Keely Ringo battle it out, and whoever the Eagles pick, the Eagles pick. And I thought Quinion was going to find a way on the field regardless. And Cooper DeJean was going to have to take the back seat anyway. Maybe do some special teams here and there, maybe supplement here and there. But that hamstring injury is no joke, y'all. No joke. That thing, especially being a DB, can linger the whole season. Now, do I feel bad for him? Sure. I feel bad for Cooper DeJean, but at the same time, well, now you got to start asking your questions like, was Cooper DeJean overkill for, the draft? You had needs at linebacker. I'm just saying, man. But prayers up for Cooper DeJean, man. Hopefully get over this. But hey, man, what do you think? And how do you feel about the news today? Jalen Hurts, training camp vibes, Cooper DeJean. But this is Eagle Owl, man. Come on.